Based on my how to clean a DF54 and how to find the 0 point videos popularity, I had some people asking me to do the same for the Eureka Mignon Zero or any other Eureka Mignon Series grinder. So I decided to make a video to how to clean a stock Eureka Mignon Zero and then how to find the 0 point. So if you have one of these, this is for you. So Eureka Mignon Zero is a very nice Italian-made grinder. It consists of several pieces, starting from the bottom, a dosing cup holder, chute, a grind size dial, a hopper, bellows, and a lid. It's a simple device, straight to the point. It's a single dose grinder. Simply, you measure the dose of espresso beans you want to grind, and then you go ahead and start the grinder. I highly recommend it. Do a hot start. Open the lid, pour them all, close the lid. There's a little gate holding the beans. It's opening this slowly. You can just release the beans into the grind chamber. Your beans will come out of chute as coffee grind, and at the end, you'll do several pumps to get the rest of the remaining beans in the grind chamber. Simple operation. While you're doing this, some of the coffee grounds will get stuck in there. So eventually, you're gonna have to open this and clean it like any other grinder. There is no grinder that you don't have to maintain, okay? Just get that out of your head. Regardless how expensive it is, every grinder requires some sort of cleaning. I'm gonna recommend two types of cleaning with this grinder. First one is gonna be very easy, and I'm gonna recommend you guys to do that at the end of the day, every day. Second one, I'm gonna recommend you to do it every other month, depending upon how often you grind coffee beans. So let me show you the tools we need for this. We need a brush, any kinds of brush that you use with your espresso kit. We need a straw brush, preferably something slim like this. A mid-size Phillips screwdriver. It doesn't have to have a magnetic tip, but if you have one, that'll be all right. Some sort of air blower like this. If you don't have one, you don't have to have it, but I highly recommend to have one to get a thorough cleaning in there. And then a cup, a plastic cup to fit underneath of here. And if you have a hand vacuum like this, it will be very useful. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start with removing the dosing cup and put it aside. And now I'm gonna also remove the dosing cup holder, lifting it up, pulling it out. As you know, this is magnetic, super easy to remove. The daily routine with this, you simply place this underneath, grab this straw brush, put it in the chute, kind of gently brush it inside, get rid of all that coffee grounds stuck in there somewhere, and then pump it. As you see, stuff coming out. I'm gonna do a little bit more. These brushes usually come with a long handle. I just cut them like this and bent them so I can store them easy, but you don't have to. Do it like a couple of times until nothing comes out. That's how you do it at the end of the day, every day. Next, let me show you how to do a deep cleaning. Open the lid, take it off, get the bellows out. Now grab your Phillips screwdriver. Let's actually put this down so you guys can see it. I'm gonna tip my machine down. You don't have to do this, but I'm doing it so I can show you guys. So there's a screw behind this. You're just gonna simply loosen that screw to get the hopper out of here. Kind of wiggle your way out. Just hold the bottom plate while you're doing it. It's kind of tight in there, plastic on rubber, so here we go. And put this aside. What I can recommend at this point, if you like, you're more than welcome to go ahead and get all these pieces, including the dosing cup. You can kind of rinse them, dry them with the microfiber towel, so they'll be nice and fresh for you. While the machine is down, I'm gonna recommend you to, with your nails, okay, don't put a flat screwdriver here or something. You don't wanna ruin this beautiful paint of your grinder. So you just use your finger or nails, just kind of get in there from the bottom and pick it up. This Eureka logo can sit right here. This is gonna expose another Phillips screw right here. We're gonna remove this with our Phillips screwdriver gently. We don't have to take it out all the way. One thing I wanna stress, do not use any electric screwdrivers, definitely not any impact drivers or nothing like that. Simple hand tight operation, okay? If it's super tight, use a little bigger screwdriver, but do not use anything powerful on these things. So if you notice, I didn't take it out. So I'm gonna bring this upright. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the grind size dial and we're gonna turn it counterclockwise all the way until it comes off. Let's put this aside. And then we're gonna grab the back part of the grinder, lift it up. Since we loosened that screw as far out as possible. Again, you have a choice of taking that screw off or leaving it on. It's up to you, but I usually loosen it as far out as I can and leave it on the grinder. And take this out, pull this out. See, there's like a little part sticks in underneath of this part. So at this point, what you can do is you can also wipe this with some sort of a damp cloth, kind of like this, you know, just to keep things nice and clean and tidy. That's the whole point of this exercise anyway, to clean our grinder. So let's put this aside. This exposes the grind chamber for us. One thing about these Eureka grinders, these Eureka Mignon grinders, other grinders like DF54 and others, the top burr moves up and down to adjust the grind size. With these guys, with this grind size deal, you simply, as you move it, you move the bottom burr up and down. It's actually a lot better design in my opinion. So there are 3 screws here. We're gonna simply remove them. Again, if they're super tight, if this is the first time you're doing it, your machine straight out of factory, never done before, you can use a little bigger screwdriver, bigger tip screwdriver to get some more leverage. But I've done this before in this grinder, so since things are finger tight, I can simply loosen them. Just loosen them one at a time. Don't just take one out completely. I'm gonna tell you why. Because we don't wanna drop these screws inside the grinder case. It'll be pain to get it out. So simply remove the top and then flip the screws over to the cloth underneath. So there are 3 screws. Check out inside the burr. This is the top burr again. See these coffee grounds? This happens gradually. It's not the retention in a way. It's just the coffee collected over and over and over again. It's been grinded, and this hasn't been done on this machine. I want to say a little over a month. So this is fairly normal. So this is when that vacuum that I showed you comes into play. You simply vacuum these. And then if there's a brush on your vacuum like this one, I like to brush it. You can also use this brush to get into nitty-gritty of the top burr. I don't want to do it over the machine. And then you can even blow some air in there with this little pump. These things are so useful. You can even use it to clean your portafilter after the puck prep to get rid of the excess grounds around the locking mechanism. So it's always handy to have something like this near your espresso machine. All right, we're gonna put this top burr down, and then we're gonna do the same for the bottom burr without removing it clearly. Okay, and try to blow a little bit. As you see, more coming out. So this blower really helps you guys. Since we're not taking out the bottom burr, it could be some coffee grounds in there. Kind of turn it with your brush or with your index finger gently. And then keep blowing. It's all clean. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this top burr back. Doesn't matter which side which. Gently place it in there. Grab one of the screws that you dropped to the cloth. Kind of tighten a little bit, get a thread. Grab the next screw, do the same. Make sure you don't drop it into the machine's case. And then grab your screwdriver, start tightening them one by one, not all the way, a little bit here, a little bit here, and then a little bit here, and then go back to first one, now tighten it, just a finger tight, nothing crazy. Again, do not use any electrical or impact drivers or something crazy like that here at all. Okay, it's all secure. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the top lid that we cleaned in here. First, this part in, kind of like in an angle, and then lower it. And then next, we're gonna tighten the screw in the back. I'll just show you guys this screw. Do not over tighten this. You don't want to damage the paint underneath. Just good enough to hold the top lid. Okay, just a slight finger tight. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put our grind size dial indicator. Don't tighten this up. One thing I forgot to mention, while you're doing all of this stuff, make sure your machine is unplugged. Finding the 0 point on any grinder is very critical. Why? Because that's how you determine your grind size. Some people say, oh, I can just guesstimate it, but it's not really an effective way of doing it. First thing first, you're gonna plug in your machine, and then you're gonna go ahead and remember, this is in very coarse level. Do not tighten this up. Remember when we put it together, you just loosely put this on. Start your machine. I love how quiet Eureka Mignons are. Gently start to turn it. This may take a minute, maybe less than a minute, but do not rush this part, okay? It's very critical. This is not gonna hurt your burrs as long as you do it momentarily, very quickly, and you don't lock it. I mean, if you lock it, you may have the danger of burning your motor. Again, you're not going to hurt the burrs because the burr design is not like the way you think. It's not like teeth are grinding on each other. The teeth are actually grinding the coffee beans in between them. They're not grinding against each other. So surfaces are not wearing each other out. So keep turning. I know it feels like forever, but believe me, this is the safe way to do it. You hear that? That's where two burrs are touching each other. Not the teeth of the burrs, just the burrs. That's the 0 point. We're gonna turn it off. Okay. Now, some people go ahead and put some sort of marker there to mark it right up here. My 0 point happened to stop at 9. So I know 9 is my 0 point. So backing out of there will be the grind size that I want. So simply by backing out of there and then kind of adjusting the grind size to your liking will be it. But if you happen to adjust it, remember 9 on this one is always going to be my 0 point. Anything to the right of the 9 is going to lock my machine. So yours could be different. Yours could be exactly 0. Yours could be 8. Yours could be 4. I don't know. All right, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our hopper, and this side comes to this little part sticking out right here. So match that, and then gently lower it down, all the way down, and then grab your Phillips screwdriver. Let's put this down again so I can show you. You can go ahead and tighten this up. Everything is finger tight, nothing crazy. And then while we're doing that, let's grab our Eureka logo and place it in its place to cover that other Phillips screw. And then next, channel inside. So we're gonna put this channel right on top of the edge of the hopper, like so. Grab our lid, put it on top. This is a little bit of a guess game with this type of dial. That's why I have this Eureka Mignon Zero Aero Espresso Ultimate Update video. I'm currently working on the part 2. Watch that to see how to get this guess game out of this. So if you ordered that Aero Espresso grind size dial, as well as the magnetic knob that they sell as a kit, I think it's around $45, $44. You don't ever have to find the 0 point of your grinder every time you do a deep cleaning like this. You simply remove the magnetic knob, take it apart, put together, place the dial on it, put the magnetic knob on it, you're done. So I highly recommend that. I'm gonna go ahead and have the link for all of this, including for that Aero Espresso parts, at the description of this video. So you're more than welcome to check it out. If you order through those links, you'll be supporting my channel. I also have an Aero Espresso 5% off discount at their website. So I'll have that code posted in there for you as well. So thank you.